Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I have been doing a little bit of shopping on the H&M Home website. Now when it comes to homeware, I think H&M Home just absolutely changed the homeware game. They have such amazing pieces that are actually really affordable. Like I think everything in this haul is under £30, which is absolutely amazing, and it means that it's a really easy way to deck out your home and really style up your home in a affordable way. And some of the pieces they have on their website I think is just so stylish, and I can't believe that it's on H&M Home website. So we have two boxes here. Oh, they're heavy, that I want to show you. And I thought we could go through today the pieces that I have been picking up for my home. Now the first piece I wanted to show you isn't actually one from this haul. It's one that I ordered on its own a week or so ago. And I've already featured it on my channel before, but I wanted to show you guys again because I think this is honestly the biggest bargain of the century. This insane, gorgeous, really heavy ceramic vase is from H&M Home and cost £25. Now I honestly think this looks like something you could pick up from like one of those kind of like boutique stores for like a couple of hundred. I absolutely love this vase. It's really heavy, so I'm actually like struggling to hold it, but it's got this stunning kind of like ceramic design on it, and I really love the like twisty details. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous, and I've been styling this up without anything in it. I think it's one of those vases that you can literally just put as itself. It's a feature in itself, but I've also seen other people styling this up with like dried grass and like pampas grass and like dried flowers, and I think it looks really cool. So it's totally dependent on where you want to put it, whether you want to put anything in it. But I mean, for £25, I think this is just absolutely gorgeous, and genuinely one of those purchases that I'm just going to shout from the rooftops about because it is my bargain of the century. Okay, now getting into the other two boxes. Now for some reason the haul arrived in two separate boxes. I think it's because of like warehouses and where they're keeping stock at the moment, and one of the boxes took like 4 days to arrive. One of the boxes took about 2 weeks. I was waiting for ages for the second one to arrive, which is kind of understandable in this current climate. So we're going to start with the box that actually took longer to arrive because it has some of the cutest pieces, like I think my favourite pieces from the haul. So this, so cute, this gorgeous little trinket bowl. Now I'm not entirely sure what it's actually designed for. I just think this is stunning. I'm really trying to inject a bit more colour into my home, and I really love the colour blue, so I'm adding a lot of pops of blue into my home at the moment, and I really loved how this looked. Absolutely gorgeous. I really love the kind of like faded detail, the fact that it starts off like this white down the bottom and then fades into blue. Please ignore how gross my nails are. Quarantine life. But I absolutely love how it looks, and then the kind of like scalloped edge I think makes it look so much more expensive than it was, and inside it's just as beautiful. It's got the kind of like fading inside as well, and I absolutely love how it looks. I'm actually thinking of styling it up on the kind of radiator cover like mantle design that we've got going on behind me, because I think this is like a perfect little like living room trinket tray. I'm not really going to use it for anything, to be perfectly honest. Like I know a lot of people use these to like keep keys in or jewellery or anything like that, but I think this is pretty enough by itself that I just want to display it out without anything inside of it. So I love how this looks. I think it's absolutely adorable and an absolute steal. Okay, so the next item is kind of along the same lines as the bowl. You can tell that I'm going for like the kind of colour scheme here, and it's this adorable little trinket tray. Now I don't know how well you can see this, but it is just absolutely gorgeous. It's got this stunning like blue and white design with the birds on it, and I think it is so cute. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, this only costs like £2 on the website, which honestly, I don't know how they managed to make it that cheap. Like, it just blows my mind. But this I think is absolutely adorable. Again, just to style up on like maybe a coffee table with some coffee table books. I actually have a new unit that I'm gonna put it on, I think, with like some books and candles and style it up. And this is just absolutely adorable. Do you know what it kind of reminds me of? Is like Sylvanian Families, which is how tiny it is. It's like a tiny little porcelain tray. Really reminds me of my days playing Sylvanian Families, but I just think this is absolutely adorable. It's so tiny and so cute. Okay, now the next thing I wanted to show you is this gorgeous tray that I picked up. Now this is actually a gold and mirrored tray, so you can see yourself there. I really love how this looked. I really love styling things up on trays, and like I have a lot of shelving units and stuff in the flat and a lot of tables and surfaces that I just really like to style up, and I think a tray like this with just like a few things on, like maybe some candles, a reed diffuser, stuff like that, I think is just a really great way to use these for. And I absolutely love how this looks. I think it is so gorgeous and looks so much more expensive than it was. I really love the kind of like brassy kind of gold, because I think that's what tips it over the edge, making it look more expensive. The fact that the gold is a bit more like brassy and muted just looks stunning, and it really goes well with the kind of like color palette and the design that I've got in my flat going at the moment. And I just love how it looks. I think you can style it up so many different ways. I know a lot of people that use these on vanities, and they put like maybe perfumes on, or like makeup or skincare, and I think that's a really gorgeous way to style these up as well. I think they're just a great way if you're like me, where you have more of like I'm not going to say I'm a maximalist, but I do like to have a lot of stuff out on display. I think it really makes a house a home, but you want it to look like put together and styled up and neat, and I think trays are a great way to do that. Now, if you have been following me on YouTube maybe for a little while, or you've watched a few of my vlogs, you'll probably know that in my bedroom, I'm desperately trying to get it right with regards to pillows on our bed. So our bedroom's quite like muted and white and grey, got a few navy blues going on, and I've been really trying to just kind of like add a little bit of colour into it, and just make the room look a bit cozier. So I have been on the hunt for the perfect pillows to go onto the bed, like just like throw pillows, and I saw these gorgeous pillowcases on H&M Home, so I picked them up because I thought that's a really nice colour that I think you can style up really easily. So it's this stunning like muted pink colour, and I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's not quite a nude and it's not quite a pink, and actually, wow, oh no, oh, I didn't realise it was a pillowcase like that. I thought it was a square one. Oh, that's really frustrating. On the website it was square, so I was hoping it could be a throw pillow. Well, they're gonna have to go back. That's really frustrating. I do really like the colour of that though. I think that's a really gorgeous like natural colour if you're just looking for some like pop of something in the room, but you're not really like a big colour kind of a person. But oh, that is very frustrating, because I definitely thought that they were like just little throw pillowcases. I didn't think that it was a proper like bedroom pillowcase. Oh well. Okay, this one I managed to get right. This is actually a square pillowcase. So this is a gorgeous, really like muted stone colour velvet pillowcase with this stunning embroidery detail on it. Now, I really love these gorgeous kinds of like pillowcases just to add a bit of something. So I've got two places in mind for this. Now, one of them is on our little window seat. So we have just a little window seat in the flat where we've put like a couple of throw pillows just to keep it a bit comfy, and I think it's going to go really well with that. I already have this gorgeous blue pillow that I think you guys would have seen in other vlogs, and I wanted to style it up with that just because the other pillow I've got there is like this white fluffy one, and I think for winter that's great, but as we're getting into the summer months it just doesn't quite go anymore. So I wanted to add something just a little bit more kind of like summer appropriate, and I think this is really cute. I must say the embroidery detail on it is so high quality and really gorgeous, and I love how it just comes as the pillowcase, because it means if you have something already in your flat you can just swap it out and just change the case on it, and it's a lot more affordable to change up like details and stuff in your home. I can't think of the word there, but I really love how it looks. I love the colour. I think this muted stone is absolutely stunning and perfect if you have more of a neutral colour palette like I do. And the next thing I picked up, so I've already put a blanket in here just to weight it down a little bit, because it obviously does arrive flat, and I wanted to like give it a bit of a life before I showed you guys. But it's this gorgeous basket. I absolutely love these kinds of like baskets. They're so handy just to chuck around the flat and put things in that maybe you wouldn't normally find at home. So I'm planning on using this for a lot of wires that we keep in the living room. We have like HDMI cables. Alex has his Xbox with all his controllers and wires and blah, and they all just kind of end up a bit everywhere. So I wanted to get this so that we can just chuck them in there and not have to worry about them being on display or looking messy or anything like that. And then also I'm going to keep a blanket in here just so that when you're watching a film, if you want to reach for something a bit cozier, then it's right there. But I really love how this basket looks. I really love the kind of like natural colour of it. I think it's absolutely stunning, and again, really affordable. It's my favourite thing about H&M Home. It's so affordable as homeware goes, and I think this is just the perfect addition to add into our living room. Next up, now if you guys have been following me to be honest, you literally could have followed me for like one video and you probably know I'm a bit of a coffee and tea addict. And I love my hot drinks and I love my mugs that go with them. So I ordered a few new mugs and I really like how these look. So I'm gonna have to put this down. These are a set of 4 gorgeous black mugs. And they may look a little bit plain, but that's kind of what I was going for. I wanted just to have a few more mugs in the cupboard that are just like really easy to have with different kinds of drinks. Now, one thing that I am very, very big on is not having a cupboard full of the same mugs. So I have really, really mismatching mugs, different sizes, different colors, different textures and patterns and blah blah blah. And I really like that actually, because this might sound really weird, but I think if you're a coffee and tea drinker like myself, you might understand, but I like to use different mugs when I'm in different moods. So sometimes I want like a really big, like almost like a soup mug, and then other times I just want like something like small like this that I can just kind of like down it and go. Other times I want something like taller, sometimes I want something like really short and wide. It sounds weird, but I think you might understand if you're also a big coffee and tea drinker like I am. But I really love how these black mugs look. They're almost matte, they're not quite matte, but I think they look really, really cute. And the fact that it comes as a set of 4 is really handy, because it does mean these make good guest mugs. Now that is one thing I do sometimes struggle with, is that I have so many mismatching mugs that when guests come around, I'm almost like, I don't know what mug they want. So I think these are great mugs for like when you have guests and you want to make them a cup of tea. I mean, obviously we're not having any guests over at the moment, but we always like to be prepared. So these are an excellent addition into my mug cupboard, and if you don't have a mug cupboard, then you ain't living your best life. I feel like this is a haul for the tiniest things that Ellie can add into her home, but the last thing I have bought from H&M is this adorable little vase. Now I think this is honestly the cutest thing I've ever seen. They actually had them as a set. They had this round one and they had a couple of different like styles, and they styled them up together. But one of the things I wanted to get this for is just to add onto either the mantle here or the new cabinet I was telling you about, and just put a few leaves of dried grass or like some pampas grass in here, and I think it would just look adorable. Honestly, it is so tiny. Like, look at that. I just love how it looks, and again it actually goes really well with these mugs, so you can tell that I've got like a bit of a colour scheme going on here, but I really like how this looks. This is a little bit smaller than I was expecting it to be, but I think it's just adorable, and I think it's the perfect thing just to add onto like a shelving unit or something like that, just to style up. And it's just so cute. I can't get over how tiny and cute it is, guys. Look at it. Okay guys, so that's everything that I picked up at H&M Home recently. I'm absolutely loving adding all these like home additions into my house. I'm so big on adding in interiors. As I said, I'm not a maximalist, but I really do love adding lots of like bits and bobs and like decorative pieces into my home, just to really make it feel homely and make it feel like you've really like added a bit of something into your house. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new around here, I would love it if you subscribed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!